Get this up and running. We are ready to go here. See, Michael's on board. First in the house from St. Charles, Missouri, Middle America. Michael, I want to ask you a question tonight. So, um, that tizanidine that you recommended, we looked it up, and the pharmacist told me that that's bad for your kidney too. So I'm not sure how good that stuff is, but I'm gonna try to find something that's better. I'm hearing Flexerol, but I'm not sure. So I have to look up that one. I have to do some more research on it. But anyway, guys, it's Saturday night here in the Philippines. Let's see, married to a Filipina. Morning, Steve. Morning. So we can get this going. We're already up to about 10 people here. We got Sinful's probably on board. I think Sinful's is our moderator. Michael's our moderator too. So for all you guys out there, so we got 10 people, 3 thumbs up already. You guys can start shooting questions. This has been kind of a quiet week for me, which I haven't had in a long time, which is good. There he goes. Sinful's is in Oregon today. Last week I think it was New York or something like that or whatever. Ted LaSalvia, good morning, Stephen, from San Diego, California. That's where I went to cook school. I went to cook school out in San Diego at the naval base out there. Nice area. We used to hang out at this place called Black's Beach, and we went to a couple other places too. We used to get down to Tijuana on the weekends there. There's some good memories. And we used to go horseback riding just south of San Diego. There's a nice place out there. It was like this little tiny farm out there. Kind of cool. Let's see. Married to a Filipina. Saturday morning coffee, breakfast, watching you. All good. Sinfuls, sure missing home. When you get back, Sinfuls, let us know. When are you coming back, Sinfuls? Because we got the thing on the 30th. I think you said you come back in November. Ted LaSalvia says, LOL, yep, we know Black's Beach. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Sinful says, I'll be back November 10th. Okay. When you get back, let me know. Let's do something. Okay? Yeah, we've had a lot going on this week. I've been able to put out a lot of good videos this week and stuff. I'm hoping to put out some more this week. Lolo's Log, Magandang Gabi from Novalita. There we go. And let's see, we got Dean. And guys, we have the dinner. So I hope you guys received the invitations. I'm sure most of you guys did already for the 30th. Okay, it's going to be at 1:30 p.m. at Texas Roadhouse at the Evia Mall. Again, it's at 1:30 p.m. Okay, at the Evia Mall, and that's right near Alabang. Okay, it's like right over the line, and it's going to be at the Texas Roadhouse. Lynn says, "Good morning, all. Hector Gubat is on board. There we go. Early morning here in Southern California." Edward Lawless says, "Good evening from Seoul. Love the content. Keep teaching. They need it." I think a lot of expats, the new guys that are coming over here, need a lot of education on stuff that goes on over here, because it's a lot of stuff they just don't understand. When they come over here, they're like kids in a candy store, you know, like it's their first taste of freedom after being in prison or something like that. And it's kind of like, it kind of is, because you're working all your life, and all of a sudden you find yourself free with 24 hours of a day of time on your hands, you know. Ted LaSalvia says, Stephen, how often does the expat group meet up? And do you meet with other cities and areas, BGC, Manila area? On occasion, we go up to Manila. We've gone up to Vikings up there. We're probably going to go up there probably sometime soon, maybe after Christmas or something like that. We'll see. We usually stick with Texas Roadhouse because they usually treat us pretty good. Last time they had a little issue there, but I mean, we forgive them for it because it was really one person's fault. They messed up. But we will be, try to come down to us. A lot of people want us to go up to Manila and do it up in Manila, but we don't really have many in the group up in Manila, believe it or not. Most of them live down here, so it's kind of good for everybody. Tell us, let's see, married to a Filipino, 38 degrees here, high of 48 and raining. At least it isn't snow. There we go. Married to a Filipina, northeast Wisconsin here. Sinful says, yes, certainly after Christmas before going into Manila, LOL. Let's see, Tom BKK. Good evening, Steve from Bangkok. So we're getting people from all over here, which is great. Let's see, we're up to 41 people, 8 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Hector Gubat says, saw a video about a bridge being built that will link Cavite to Bataan through Corregidor. Yes, they're going to start that next year, by the way, guys. For all you guys that are wondering, okay? It's kind of a cool bridge. It's going to cost a lot of money, too, but it'll be great for us because I'd love to go over to Bataan more. There's a lot of stuff over there to see, too. and it's a beautiful area. They have the Spanish town that they built over there that I went to maybe about 4 years ago, five years ago actually. I can't remember the name of it. It's a Spanish town built with all these buildings that they took down in other places, churches and bridges and everything, and it's really really nice, and it's worth checking out. If any of you guys know the name of it, post it, because I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it's beautiful. See, Michael L says 10 degrees Celsius and red flag warning in St. Charles, Missouri. Hopefully people will be careful with their campfires and fireworks. And Dean says, I got married to my Filipina 4/2/23. Our home is in Zamboanga del Norte. Zamboanga del Norte. Ted LaSalvia. Watching this channel, I listened to your information on the expat life. I hope to visit with all of you one day. Yeah, Ted, whenever you want to visit with us, man, when you get here, you can email me at steven5975@yahoo.com and just ask me for my Philippine phone number, and you can call me, and I'll hook you up with our next one that we have. We actually have a lot of people that visit our dinners. Some people come for like 2 weeks and they can't make the dinners, but they try to visit me. And I haven't been doing a lot of the visiting with people just passing through here because I don't have a lot of time. I do have more time on my hands now, which I can do a little bit of visiting with some people. But if I turn you down and I say, no, I can't visit with you, don't feel bad. It's nothing against you. It's just that week my time is probably restricted or whatever, and I don't have a lot of time. It depends on the week, and it depends on the day. Let's see. Sinful says, Hector, goodbye. Yes, 32-kilometer bridge across the bay. It will make the trip to our property so much shorter. The Cavite-Bataan Interlink Bridge. Actually, it's kind of nice out there because I go out there a lot. I go to Fort Drum every once in a while. We take one of the boats out to Fort Drum. And if you guys ever get a chance, watch my Fort Drum video. I've got a couple of them on there. They're way back if you go back in my videos, okay? And Fort Drum is beautiful. It's kind of a cool place to see. They burned out the Japanese that captured the place because they were the ones that tortured the Bataan guys. So, Stephen G, North Carolina here, returned from Cebu in September. Should have waited after winter. Dean Tienter says, where are you located? I'm located just 20 miles south of Manila in Tracy Martirez City, the city of 13 martyrs. Lynn says, that's good news, Steve. Michael S. says, Antique. Antique is nice. I used to go to Bugasong in Antique. That's the name of a real small village there, a tiny village, back in the 80s. Michael L. Vegan. Sinfuls. He's got it's actually misspelled. Yeah, Steven5975@yahoo.com. First one was spelled with an A, but no, it's Steven. But thanks for putting that up, Sinfuls. Henry Gala, Steve, you might be referring to Las Casas Filipinas Acuzar. Maybe that's the name of it. Is that right near Bataan? It's right on the beach there, and it has like a little tiny boat ride that they can put you on, and nice houses there. The houses are all furnished and everything. They got a beautiful church there, nice restaurants, everything. And you can actually rent homes there that are old Filipino homes. I'm not sure if they have AC or not, though. I don't think they do. Henry Gala says, Steve, you might be... Let's see, wait. Gordon Stevens says, morning, Steve, from Las Vegas. Have you had any dealings with the VA in Manila? Yes, I have, Gordon. I actually... for guys that are coming here from back home, I'm going to tell you the VA is different here. And I don't want to knock the VA in Manila because the VA in Manila has helped me substantially here. It is what it is that they only do service connections, but we have FMP. They will help you with all that stuff, but you kind of have to push on them to get the help that you need sometimes. They also have social workers there that will work with you to get the help. If you need help, if you're older and you need help, ask for a social worker. They'll help you. I find the people up there very, very good with me. They'll help me and help get you the help. They'll direct you to FMP hospitals, TRICARE hospitals, whatever you're eligible for, they'll help you with. LG says, new here. When you first get in there, they're going to sign you up for the FMP program, the Foreign Medical Plan. So, but if you have any more questions, just type it in. We'll try to answer it. But they only do service connections here. Okay, they will help when you first get over here with a few things, but that's about it. After that, they won't help you anymore. LG says, new here. Where are you located in the Philippines? Tracy Martirez in Cavite, just south of Manila. Sep315 says, hello from Germany. How's it going, Stevie? Let's see. RLV says, there are Many build more projects down the PH, bridges, expressways, subways. Yes, they're borrowing a lot of money, and that's kind of concerns me a little bit, because that might actually make the peso drop more, which is not, it's good for us Americans, but it's not good for the Filipinos. And I don't think it, for you guys out there would like to see it hit 65 or 70. No, you probably wouldn't, believe it or not. Sinfuls, 55 watches, only 21 thumbs up. We're up to 62 now, so it's going up quick. Thank you guys for watching. Lynn says, done. Carlos, hello from Fall River, Mass. There we go. We've got a Massachusetts guy on here. Another guy from Mass. So, Carlos, I'm from Lawrence, Mass, and from Billerica. I was born in Arlington, Massachusetts, grew up in Billerica, and in Hyannis also I lived in for a while. And I lived in Lawrence for almost 20 years, 21 years. Tom BKK, Steve, I've got family in Somerville, Swampscott, Peabody. Do you ever miss Massachusetts? Yes, I do, actually. I don't miss a lot of the people there. I do miss some of the people there. I miss some of my friends back there. I don't miss the people overall in Massachusetts. I actually miss people up in New Hampshire a lot more. I have a lot of friends in New Hampshire too. But I do miss some of the people in Lawrence and some of the friends I had and stuff. But yeah, I miss people there. Of course, you're gonna miss some people. But I miss the leaves changing. I miss the ocean. I miss going down to Rockport. You are gonna miss things from back home, Let's see. Bob Hackett says, "Hi, Carlos. I was born in Fall River. Carlos, I've been listening for a few. Carlos says, I've been listening for a few years now. Hope to visit you in January. Carlos, if you get here, just email me and ask me for my phone number, and I'll send it to you. You can call me. And if I can meet with you, I'll meet with you. Okay? If you come this way, I usually don't. A lot of people want me to travel up to Manila to meet them, and I just can't do that. I just don't have the time, unless I'm going that way anyway. RLV says, build more projects are already funded, so no worries. Let's see, Hector Gubat. Also, the new railway going from southern Luzon to Clark and further north, I think. They actually need that railway a lot up there, because they have buses and stuff like that, but it'd be nice to have the railway going north, also south more. Sinful says, Steven5975 at yahoo.com. For any of you guys that, if you need my American number and you need to call me, you can email me and ask me for my American number, and I will send it to you, and you can ask me questions anytime between 6 and 9:30 Manila time in the evening. So that'd be morning back on the East Coast. And we only answer at those times. I do answer other times, but it's sometimes I can't talk because I'm doing things. I try to set it in those 3.5 hours, and I know that doesn't fit a lot of people, but some people are going to have to fit into my schedule too, unfortunately, because of the time zones. So that's the only times that I really try to do it. But I will answer the phone and talk for, like, if it's like 10 or 15 minutes during the day, if I pick it up. Or sometimes I'll pick it up and I'll tell you to call me later on or the next day or something. I'll tell you on a day that I have off. Tom BKK, I miss the fall leaves. That's what I miss. I miss the mountains. I miss Mount Washington. I used to go up to Mount Washington and Mount Monadnock, and I love those two areas. I used to live in Berlin, New Hampshire, too, for a while. Bob Hackett, Steve, winter's coming to Mass. Yuck. That was one of the things I didn't like. I didn't like the winters there. The winters were very harsh and difficult. And it wasn't fun. I mean, there's things I like about the winter, but things I don't. And when it was snowing or when the snow was melting, I like it when it's really frigid cold and the snow's not melting, and going for walks in the woods and stuff like that and build a big fire down by the river or something. We used to do that with my dad. Maria Marshall, hi Steve, Paul and Maria in California. You gave us a quick call a little bit ago. I appreciate it and look forward to meeting you in late November. Thanks again. Maria and Marshall, Paul and Maria, rather. If you guys get here and you're here by Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving Day, we will be at the Texas Roadhouse at Evia Mall. And that's really close to Manila. It's right next to Alabang. Okay, if you guys want to meet us, we'll be there at 1:30. Sinful says, I am seeing fall leaves here in southern Oregon, but I will pass on the leaves from my palm trees and green foliage of home. I agree with you, Sinful. I kind of like the palm trees here, but I do miss the leaves changing. That's one thing I do miss, Let's see. Jeffrey Monty. Hello, Steve. Let's see. Prairie Mark. Hi, Steve. Just listening today from Iowa. Wow, Prairie Mark. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Do you still watch the channel a lot, and how's things going? Are you keeping your health up? Are you coming back? Prairie Mark has been a follower of us for a long time, and he's always watched our channel. He used to come on every once in a while on the live streams too. He's been around for a long time. He went back to the States for a while, and he says he might come back sooner or later, so let's hope he does. RLV says that North Railway will link Clark Airport with Bulacan Airport, then to Manila. That's cool. So let's get some more questions on here. We're up to about 73 and 36 thumbs up, guys. Let's get some more thumbs up on there. We're going to be doing another video pretty soon about the retirement visas, the SRRV retirement visas soon for you guys that are, want some more information on that. We're going to be giving out all the information on how to go about that. It's especially for veterans, but you don't have to be a veteran to get that. We're going to be doing some other stuff this week, some different stuff. I'm going to be doing some stuff again. We've had people asking about covering things like about personality types and stuff that come to the Philippines. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more, because I think it's kind of important, because a lot of people that come here don't understand the people that they're running into here and why people over here are so different than people back home. I think a lot of people over here, they have an extensive amount of freedom over here that they didn't have back in the States. And you're retired and you have 24 hours a day, and you can get kind of caught up in the moment when you have that intense freedom. I'll just say that. And some people more than others. John Bergeron says, just tuning in. Thanks, John. Jeffrey Monty says, we'll be in Manila November 20th. I will do my best to meet you. Okay, we're going to be Thanksgiving Day at 1:30 Evian Mall. If you want to go, Jeffrey, you're welcome to go at the Texas Roadhouse, okay? And that's on the first floor. That's a beautiful mall, too, by the way. If you guys haven't seen Evian Mall, that's a place that you might want to check out. Let me shut this phone off. It's making all kinds of weird noises here. Hold on a second. Here we go. So if any of you guys that do want to try doing the monthly thing with us when you guys are coming here, I know we have a lot of people on here. We're up to about 80 people, 45 thumbs up. When you guys come here, and so I know some of you guys are back in the States, if you ever want to become part of our group, and even if you're not a part of our group, it's good to just go to at least one, and we can get all your information, and then you can go once in a while, even if it's once a year when you're up in the Manila area or something, you can check in with us. And we can also help you with some information and stuff like that. Whenever you need information, we can usually try to help you with stuff. If you're stuck on something or you got a problem, whatever. Phantasm 9 says, questions, sir, as I am one of the uninitiated. Shoot, give me any questions you want. We'll try to answer as best we can. If I can't, somebody else on here probably can. Frank Olivas says, hello, Steve, from New Mexico, retired military, recently retired from working at New Mexico VA. We actually have a lot of VA workers over here. 20 years. We're planning to visit Philippines in January. Appreciate all your information videos. I don't know if you guys know this. I want to state, I was actually going to do a video about this too, but I'm going to put this out there now. They have thousands of people quitting the VA right now because they're getting overworked. Mostly the people that work in the claims section are getting inundated by this PACT Act thing. And they just hired like 5,000 people, but they just had like thousands quit because the stuff kept piling up on these people's desks. And if you have any claims in right now, you're probably going to have to wait a while. So just FYI. ROV says, for those landing in Manila airport, use Grab or use the yellow meter taxis at the airport. Don't use the white ones. I'd agree with them. And make sure you take a picture of the taxi license there that they have there in the front. It kind of puts them on their toes a little bit. Makes them, like, okay, I can't pull any stunts on this guy. Because some of the guys, they will try to pull a fast one on you. Prairie Mark says, my wife and I will return to Cebu with my wife in December and January, but don't think I can make it up to your area. Would love to though. Yeah, Mark, we'd love to see you, man, if you ever come up our way. Actually, Mark, maybe next year, if you're going to be down in Cebu, I might come visit you. How's that sound? If I can, I'll come down there with my girlfriend. We'll come down to visit you in Cebu. I have another friend of mine down there. Bruce here, if you can't figure out what to do when you travel, even to PH, you don't belong there. Yeah, there's plenty to do in the Philippines. Some people get bored here, though. I'm not sure why. Usually it's because of lack of money. There you go. Have a nice day. Says leaving Cleveland in February and headed to Luzon to start. Then traveling to Bohol and Mindanao. Once settled, stop my SRRV. It's best to have all your stuff apostilled before you get here, and also your police report and all that stuff done. If you need any help on that, you should probably call me before you come here. Just FYI. Okay. You can email me at that Steven5975 @yahoo.com, and then just ask me for my U.S. phone number, or you can ask for the Philippine phone number if you're going to be over here. But better to do these things before you leave the U.S. Hector Gubat, I was going to apply for dual citizenship to prepare for living long term there, but having second thoughts, I think SRV is better due to complicated tax situations with dual citizenship. I agree with you on that, man. That's true. Yeah. Let's see. ROV says also expect heavy Manila traffic now. Dean Tienter says questions about dental care and implants. I have a dentist here at De La Salle, and he does implants. De La Salle University Hospital, they have good dentists there. Prairie Mark, I am a failed expat that only lasted 1 year, but I want to visit each year. I wouldn't call that a failure, Mark. I mean, you just had some health issues. Craig Otten, finally in the Philippines in Bacolod, almost one month in. That's good. You're still a newbie though, you know. It takes a while to get adjusted. I think after a year you're usually adjusted. It took me a while. Prairie Mark, that'd be great to see you. Yeah, keep coming on our live streams, Mark, if you get a chance. And at some point we'll connect with each other, maybe on the phone or something. Sinful's ROV, yes. Christmas traffic and crowds, yuck, LOL. Michael L. says, from everything I have heard, dual citizenship is not available to foreigners, only those born in the Philippines, because the Philippines is just sanguis nation and not the soli nation like U.S. I think you're wrong on that, Michael. I think if you're here, I think it's 7 years or 10 years without leaving at all, you can put in for a passport and a citizenship here. That's what I heard. And I was actually thinking about, because I'm only like a year and a half away, so I'm actually considering that too, is getting dual citizenship. But again, the tax situation makes it different. John Fetchko, still have health pass for entry? No, it's called something else now. They have another name for it. I can't remember the name for it. I'm trying to think. I can't recall. We haven't talked about that in a while. Simple. John Fetchko, just e-travel code. There you go, e-travel. That's what it's called. John Fetchko, e-travel. And he put the link for it. So there you go. So you're all set. He can help you with that. That site will help you with that if you need help. Michael L., you just need to fill out e-travel. If I remember correctly, they no longer ask about vaccination status. There you go. Have a nice day. How long the background check last? I work in a federal building and hold a security clearance. It doesn't matter. You still have to get a police background check. It doesn't matter about security clearances. They don't care about that. They want a FBI report or a police background check. And that's it. You eat one or the other. It doesn't matter which one. Whatever's easiest for you to get. And it has to be apostilled too by your state secretary's office. A lot of, and it's only good for 6 months. So keep that in mind. And you're going to need other papers apostilled too before you come here. Just keep that in mind. Don't come here without an apostle, because you're gonna have a hard time when you get here to try to do the SRV. Apostling is simple. Dean Tienter, is dual citizenship possible there in the Philippines? Yes, it is. I'm not sure how to do it. I think you have to be here for like 7 to 10 years straight or something like that. It was one of the things that I read. It was a while back, a few years back. Let's see. Vector Fix, greetings from Finland. There we go. I'm a little about half Swedish. A lot of my family come right over from Sweden. Hector Gubat, at Michael L. I was born there and moved to the U.S. in 1972. Dean Tienta, what is SRRV? It is a retirement visa. It's a really, really good way to come over here, guys. Especially if you're ex-military, because it costs about $3,000. It costs about $1,500, and they make you put $1,500 into a security thing. If you don't have, if you aren't former military, then it costs a lot more, like 10 or 20,000. Okay. ROV says, wait a second. Ted Lasalva says you can naturalize in the PI. It takes either a passage of time and a certain PI requirements or an act of PI occurrence. Yes, passage of time. I believe it's 7 years, Ted, but it could be 10. I know it's one or the other. ROV says that's sinful, especially now with the Burr months, where people from the province go to Metro Manila to buy stuff and sell it to their area. John Bergeron says the best way to get a ride coming in at the airport is to book a Grab instead of getting ripped off at the airport. Yes. Some cabs are pretty good in there. If you get the cabs, the taxi cabs standing there, it's not bad. I've never had any really bad luck with them. Sinful says ROV, yes, LOL. So glad all I need is 5 minutes away from my house. Michael L says, beg to fix, bring some sakmiyaki to the Philippines. ROV says Sinfuls, lucky you. Hector Gubat, starting November 13th, mall hours will be extended. Malls will be open from 11 to 11. That's interesting. I didn't hear that, but okay. Sinfuls, well, of course, Christmas traffic, even my area, might be 10 to 15 minutes. LOL. Phantasm 9, I'm not used to directly addressing a YouTuber, and now I'm surprisingly impressed on how well you understand the Philippines and Filipinas. Thank you. I appreciate that. When you guys get here, just it's as easy as being observant. You learn a lot from being observant. A lot of people aren't observant people. It's better to sometimes stay quiet and just listen sometimes when you're sitting at a table or something like that. A lot of Americans have a tendency to talk, and not listen. And it's best to listen sometimes. Just speak when you need to speak, I'm used to speaking because I'm a YouTuber, but I'm just saying, a lot of times when I'm out on my own, I don't talk a lot. Pat Keene, hello, Steve. Do you know any single 30-year-old lady without kids, but wanting in the future? There's a lot over here. You'll have no problem, even in my area, you'll have no problems. But a lot of people do have kids too. But there's a lot of women that don't have kids over here. My girlfriend, she's 50 years old and she looks like she's 35. And her kids are all grown up. Phantasm 9, what do you know of Samara? I'm not that familiar with that area. I don't know that area. Joe Magical, dual citizenship is the best of both worlds. Only have to deal with Philippine BIR if you have income generated from the Philippines. Yes, you get to enjoy benefits of owning land and such. So that's a good thing about having the dual citizenship is the land thing. And that's something to consider by all means. Bijan Bain, and you can also vote. Bijan Bain, hey Steve, from a Bostonian retired in Thailand. My father was a Haverhill boy. I actually worked in Haverhill. I worked over there when I was working with kids as a therapeutic mentor. Most of the kids that I had were in Haverhill. A majority of them. Right around the acre. So let's see. John Fetchko, make sure you have QR scanner for entry. Sinful says, John Fetchko, all smartphone cameras automatically will do that. Okay. Let's see. Bijan, I used to go to Haverhill almost every single weekend. Just about every single weekend. Now that you bring in Haverhill up, a lot of famous people are from there too. I think John Cena's from there too, and what's that guy? Something Bergeron or something like that. He's from there, and there's a lot of other people that are pretty famous from there. Brian Grady, greetings from Kentucky. My passport comes in December. Hopefully, we'll be retired in Philippines in January. Hopefully, my 100% VA money is still enough. I think if you're getting 100% VA money, you'll be fine over here. Phantasm 9, thank you, sir, for your input. You don't even need 100% over here. You can live on less than that. 2,000 to 3,000 a month is all you need. Thank you, sir, for your input. Sinfuls, Brian Grady, yes, that should be plenty. More than enough. Lolo's log. Got here early September and SRIV only took 3 weeks. Very impressed with the PRA. Yes, they're very, very good. PRA is awesome, especially if you guys go through Mary Rose. Mary Rose does not charge. She gets paid from your application fee. The PRA pays her. So there's no other fees that you have to pay. So just keep that in mind. If you guys need somebody, contact me at steven5975@yahoo.com and I'll hook you up with Mary Rose. Let's see. Bijan says, I'll probably fly to Bangkok to Cebu in December if holiday season airfares aren't much higher than $250 it costs now. Pooping while standing says, Steve, is shipping a nice gaming desktop worth it, or should I sell it and build one there? Probably build one here. You can go. There's a guy across the street from me. He can build almost anything you want. He does really good work. He's actually built the desk I'm on right now. Import fees. I heard computers were a lot more expensive there. Computers are fairly decent over here. I don't think they're overpriced. I think they're about the same. Depends who you talk to. I'm not a computer person. I have my Mac in front of me here. Let's see. Patrick says, can I go to the Philippines on a tourist and applied for the retirement visa being in the Philippines? That's how you do it. You have to come in here on a tourist visa. And yes, if you need any help with that, Patrick, please contact me first. Shoot me an email, ask me for my U.S. phone number, and I will help you through the whole process. I'll hook you up with Mary Rose, and I'll help you get all your stuff together too. Okay, and I don't charge a nickel. Anybody that's worked with me in the past knows I don't charge, and neither does Mary Rose. But if you want to give her a tip, that's up to you. Dustin V, I went to the Philippines with my Filipino wife recently. Getting in the country was very simple, especially since I was military. The color-coded QR codes are important. Green equals good. John Fetchko, old phones don't scan automatically. Brian Grady, just got to find the right area to move to. RLV says burr months equals PH mall adjustment time due to traffic. There we go. Sinfuls, John Fetchko, yes, correct. Pat Keen says, thanks, Steve. Sinful's got up my email there, Steven5975@yahoo.com. And Dickie Spez says, hello, Steve, Sinfuls, everyone else. How you doing, Dickie? Good to see you on here, man. And Sinful says, hi, Dickie, too. There you go. Have a nice day. Says, I have 2 Balik Mayan boxes in transit. Just shipped things I know may be hard to find there. Clothes, shoes, raincoat, nice umbrella, sunscreen, lotion, etc. John Fetchko had to borrow customs guy phone. Let's see. Dickie Spess is working 7/12s until Thanksgiving. MK Fitness in the Philippines says, hello, how you doing, MK? Let's see, we're at the end of the string here. Let's get some more things on here. We got 79 people, 60 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. So we're doing pretty good. If we're doing over 60, I say we're doing good. Now we just went up to 80, just as I said that. But let's shoot on some more. Let's get some more questions up on there, guys. For anybody that wants to do Balik Mayan boxes and you need a place to ship it to, I tell people they can ship it here, and we'll store it here. We are going to charge a small fee for that, to pay the rent for the place next door, and that's it. But it's not a lot. If you guys need, it's just a couple bucks. But if you guys ever need to ship something here and you want to store it here for a while, let me know, and I'll try to help you facilitate that. And then you just pick it up here when you get here. It's only for people that live like around here, though, or if you can live in this area. And if you can pick it up, because we won't ship it from here. You have to come pick it up. MK Fitness, hello. Dustin V, what's the word with the Philippines on if they are going to have U.S. bases there? They'll never have U.S. bases here. They're going to be shared bases. I think they've already made that crystal clear. I don't think there's ever going to be any U.S. bases here again. Unless something that, I don't know about's happening, which I don't think so. Hector Gubat, All Souls Day coming up. Heavy traffic around cemeteries. There we go. Sinfuls. He puts LBC Express. Thank you, Sinfuls, for putting that up there. But if you guys want to ship anything here and you need to ship it, I'll give you my address and you can ship it here, okay? And I will help you out with that. I usually don't do that much, but I've had a few people ask me lately if you want to do that. I can't take like 20 boxes or something like that, but I can take a few. Gregory Jensen, I followed your advice, worked with Mary Rose, and I pick up my visa on Wednesday. Thanks for all you do. No problem, Greg. I'm glad it worked out for you. Sinful says, Gregory Jensen, nice to hear. That's good, though, because we have tons of people that we recommend to Mary Rose, and Mary Rose takes care of us very, very well as a group. Fantastic lady that helps the expats, and she doesn't just do like the visas, the retirement visas themselves. She also helps people by just talking to them when people are up there, and they also help you get your license up there at the PRA too if you guys need a license. Lolo's Log, going to Bohol next week to see Chocolate Hills and Tarzier's Pocket Monkeys. There we go. I seen those things. They're pretty cool, actually. Let's see. There you go. Have a nice day. Says U.S. may build a few buildings on a military base, but that's it. Yeah, they're trying to do something up in Batanes. I don't know if any of you guys have heard that. And I think that's going to happen. Michael L says I need to drop out. That's okay, Michael. That's okay. As long as we got one of you guys on here. Have a good night, Michael. Take care. Let's see. What else we got on here? Let's shoot some more questions on there, guys. So we got 82 people, 63 thumbs up. Who else we got on here? We got anybody else on here? I know we have a lot of people checking in. Let's get some more questions on there, guys, so we can get this rolling again. We're probably going to do like 60 to 70 minutes on here tonight because I got some things I want to do tonight. Michael L. appears someone is trying to use my Amex to buy TikTok ads, so I need to call Amex fraud. Yeah, that's not good. Be careful, it's not a fraud. Somebody trying to get your number also, Michael. Be really careful of that. Okay, Michael? Because I got ripped off by doing something like that. If they try to do like a code or something like that, don't do it. I'd call them personally, call American Express to see if it might be a scam. RLV, now is the start of campaign period for the barangay and youth polls. Brian Grady, what is the average 2-bedroom rental price around your area? 2 bedrooms, probably about 150 US, 200, somewhere around there. Depends where you are too. If you're in a gated community, you're probably gonna pay for a home, 300 to 500, depending on the gated community and what town you're in and stuff. It could be more than that in some gated communities. I've seen some where it's like $300. Michael L says I'll be back if I get it done. Okay, no problem, Michael. We might do a short night tonight anyway, but I want to come on tonight. I want to make sure I come on here. Prairie Mark says I like the Chocolate Hills and the Pocket Monkeys, but after living in the Philippines for a few months, I just want to stay home and not travel to tourist traps. I agree. I'm not a big tourist person myself over here. I like living like a Filipino, living in a Filipino community. Sinfuls, Dickie Spaz, no, I am here in Oregon until my flight to Taiwan. Pooping while standing, Steve, did you do a comparison video between retiring in Thailand and the Philippines? No, I have not. I'm not a big fan of Thailand because of the fact that the English issue. A lot of people love it in Thailand, and I just don't. I like the Philippines for many reasons. It's got a little American flavor here. The malls, everything. Thailand's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's got some beautiful things to offer. It just doesn't have any appeal to me. John Bergeron, I have a feeling we will be in war before our next election with Joe in office. I'd agree with that. To get back about Thailand, the other thing is churches and stuff like that. If you go to church or something like that, there are churches there, but it's not a place that's really American friendly, I'll say. I don't think so anyway. From what I've heard, I've talked to some of the people that live there. They like it there. They said it's a lot different than the Philippines as far as the culture, but they're not as friendly to Americans, I've heard. Renee Jimenez says, what's your opinion of the war of the Gaza Strip? Wow. I'm pro-Israel 100%. That's all I'll say. That's my feelings on that. I'm all with Israel. Aussie 411. Hey, new to this club from Miami. We'll be in Cebu in December. Will you have a meetup? Looking to retire in the future to PH or Thailand. If you want to meet up with us, just stay in touch with us or watch us on here. Our next one is on the 30th of this month, and we're doing another one on Thanksgiving Day, also at 1:30, and the next one that we're doing, like I said, is on the 30th of this month, at the Evia Mall, Texas Roadhouse, and we're also having it at the Evia Mall, Texas Roadhouse for Thanksgiving Day at 1:30. So if you guys are going to be here on Thanksgiving or in right around that time, and you're around Manila, stop down and see us at the Evia Mall, just south of Manila, near Alabang. Sinfuls, thanks, Dickie. Patrick says, by the way, where are you exactly? It's my first time with you. Patrick, we are in Tracy Martirez. We are at Tracy Martirez. You can look us up on Google Maps. Just type in the Philippine Info Channel. Sinfuls, seen a video on Thailand where there is blatant dual pricing at hospitals and tourist areas for foreigners. Yes, that's kind of sad, actually. I've heard that too. Somebody actually told me that. I will not do that. They did that in the Dominican Republic when I was there. We had about 10 people. We were waiting to go up on this ride to the top of the mountain. And the guy says, for Americans, it's this price. And I said, well, how much is it for Dominicans? And he says, it's this price. And I said, well, I'm not going to pay that. I'm sorry. I'll leave before I pay a tourist tax. And then he's like, oh, no, sir. Well, okay, you can pay the other price. And then he let us. But another place, they tried doing the same thing, and they wouldn't give us the price, and I walked. Brian Grady, I heard the same. It was actually at the same place, now that I remember. They had some other ride there that we were going on. Brian Grady, I've heard the same at Sinfuls. There you go. Have a nice day. Do you need to keep close tabs on your credit cards while you travel? I had my card set to notify me for transactions over $20. I had $2,000 charged, all under $20 in less than 10 days. I don't have any problems with that because I put that stuff on there, and I really watch my card. I did have somebody try to charge a ATM card one time, and I took care of that really quick. I actually told the people at the store that I saw the lady snap a picture of my card, and I didn't think anything of it because she had a phone above my card, and she took a picture of it, and that's how that started. So now I don't even allow anything on that card. I took off all the access on there to do charges and stuff like that. I just said I just want to use it as a regular bank account. I'll come in here if I have to. I can make deposits, I can make withdrawals, but I don't want it to be allowed to be used at stores or something like that, or online things. I won't use the online banking thing. That was the other thing. I shut that all off. Bob Hackett says, is the non-military SRV deposit available for health emergencies? No. I heard it can be used for condo purchases. Condo purchases, yes. And lease purchases, yes, but not for health emergencies. And if you buy a condo or you do a lease, it's going to be partially in the Philippine Retirement Authority's name, just FYI, Bob. But after you pass away, or if you go to leave or something like that, that can be removed. Sinfuls at Bob Hackett, not for emergency use, not only for condo purchase, long-term lockup. Yes. Let's see. Lajoshki, do you still need a negative COVID test to travel to the Philippines? I'm not sure about that. What they're doing with that right now. I haven't heard. I think anybody can come in here right now. As far as I know, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. I don't stay up with that anymore. I know everybody's getting in here, so I'll say that. But I would still take your COVID test stuff just in case, because things are always changing still. We never know. The best. Let's see. Brian Grady says, yesterday I got a Charles Schwab account, so I won't have ATM fees there. I heard that was a good thing to do for living there. Brian, if you live here too long, they're going to shut down your Charles Schwab account. Okay? Unless you go back and forth to the States. They'll shut you down because they know that you're living over here. They shut down mine. I was on Ameritrade, which is now Charles Schwab. Sinfuls, Lajoshki, no testing now, no vaccination status. Just do the e-travel app and get your QR code. There you go. No testing now. So that's good. Lolo's log is, as nice as Thailand is, you will always be a foreigner there. The Philippines is more accepting, welcoming than any other country. I'd agree with that 100%. Thailand's from what I hear from people is you're always, like he says, you're always a foreigner there. And here, I mean, I feel very welcome in my living circumstances right now. Sinful says, Brian Grady, also USAA is same for rebate of fees I have Charles Schwab also. See, he's got Charles Schwab, but he goes back and forth to the U.S., and I think that somehow they noticed that, because if he uses his ATM card over there, that helps. LaJoshua, thanks for the info. Dickie Spaz says, best to keep a U.S. address when using Schwab and USAA, correct? That doesn't matter, because I had a U.S. address, and I also put down the address over here too. Because, I put down two addresses. I put down that I was living in the U.S., but I'm moving over here temporarily. Apparently, they didn't like that. So, Hooping While Standing says, what happens if you're incapacitated and sent to the hospital since they require payment up front? Good question. Some hospitals don't require payment up front if you have a Pacific Cross card and it's a Pacific Cross hospital. So that's not always true. In fact, that's why I tell people to get the Pacific Cross plans. And you can talk to Michael Onstad about that. Michael Onstad is Onstad. You may want to talk to him, and he'll give you prices and he'll give you information on all that too. Okay. Michael is one of our members of our group too, and he's a really nice guy. So, let me see. Let me shut the... Give me a second here. Let's see. Dickie says, best to keep a U.S. Let's see. Hectic about... Is there direct access to and from hotels located next to the airport? No. Not that I know of. Sinful says, Dickie Spaz, yes, I use a U.S. address. Zuri says, hi, Steven. Is the financial consequences for living a girlfriend that is with me? Is there financial consequences for living with a girlfriend that is with me for 1 or 2 years? No. Let's see, Sinful says, hectic about, yes, there is some hotels you can walk to from the airport. Okay, I didn't know about this. Sinful is more in on that than I am. Then, of course, there is the yellow taxis. Yeah, actually, if you're talking about like walking distance, yeah, there's hotels around there. I thought you were talking about like direct connections from inside, walking inside to a hotel. I don't think that there is that way, but you can walk to some hotels from the airport, but it's a little bit of a walk. Michael L is back. Thanks, Michael. Hope everything worked out okay. Brian Grady, so what would be the best then to have my VA check get deposited so I have access to it without fail? Well, that's kind of a multi-level answer. Let me just say this. I use my ATM card to take it out. I use Western Union to ship it to my account over here if I need money over here. And it ships it directly to my account over here. But most of the time I use my ATM cards. Michael L says Amex is very efficient. That's good. Philip in the Philippines. Hello. I'll be there at the end of December. Is it better to have AT&T cell service or T-Mobile? I would say T-Mobile. T-Mobile I hear more about, but I mean, some people swear by AT&T, but T-Mobile, I've never had luck with AT&T, I'll be honest with you. I hated them. Never get through to anybody. T-Mobile, I've always had luck getting through to. Michael L., it did. RLV, for those here in the PH, stay away from political rallies and barangay and youth polling places on October 30. Violence might erupt. Correct. We should always stay away from political rallies as as a non-citizen over here. John Fetchko, USAA told me they don't refund international ATM fees. See, I'm a member of a credit union that does. Metro Credit Union out of Chelsea, Massachusetts. They also have State Department Federal Credit Union. It costs $70 to join. You have to join something. See, Jacko says, good morning from South Carolina. I used to own a couple places in North Charleston. Sinfuls, when I fly to San Francisco on my way back to Manila, I am staying at the Grand Hyatt directly linked to the airport there. That's cool. Okay, so it must have a walkway then. I didn't know this. And I've walked through there quite a lot. I've never seen any links to the hotels there, but interesting. Avalon, 2024 Part B Social Security COLA is 3.2%. The Medicare Part B will rise up $14.90. You can always back out of the part B. Hector Gubat, I saw in a video a walkway bridge from that entertainment complex to one of the terminals. Okay, good to know. That's something I didn't know. Sinfuls, John Fetchko, mine are refunded each month, so not sure what to tell you. It shows up in my account. Mine pays back even if they do transfer fees and stuff like that from my account. They when they transfer from dollars to pesos or pesos to dollars, they cover all those costs plus the international fee, so it's pretty good. See, Michael L says T-Mobile has also been hacked a dozen times. I don't like T-Mobile though. I just don't like them. I mean, not T-Mobile, AT&T. T-Mobile, I'd rather stick with them, hacked or not. I never had any bad luck with them, to be honest with you, Michael. Thomas Parker, coming January 4th to Pasig to meet LDR girlfriend. Any suggestions on finding a 2-bedroom rental? I like that area you are in. Thomas, if you're looking for a 2-bedroom rental, you can give me a call. I'll give you some ideas, okay? Look on Airbnbs first as a place to, just use to look around first and get it for like about a month. And that way there you can use that as time to buy furniture for your next house or whatever. You should be able to find a place in a week or two. No problem. 3 weeks at the most. And you'll have a week to move in, and you could always, extend your Airbnb if you had to. Airbnbs are cheap. Sometimes you can actually rent the Airbnb if you talk to the owner. Avalon, hope you're feeling better. T-Mobile plans are changing for many 50-plus plans, changing to 5G plans. Lejoshki, do you know what's the best dating app for Cebu? I'm not really into the dating apps. I don't even think you need a dating app here. I mean, for the guys that are blowing money on these dating apps, don't. Because a lot of them are scammers on there. You're better off doing the thing where you come here alone and you just ask somebody or hook up with somebody that you meet here. It's easy. It's not that hard to find a girlfriend here. And people think you have to use a dating app or something like that. Walk through the malls, for God's sakes, and just talk to the sales girls. You can get a date pretty quick. Nobody ever has a problem meeting a woman here. They really don't. Sinful says, in San Francisco, Steve, the hotel, not Manila. LOL. Okay, I gotcha. WLB comments. Hi. Dickie Spaz. Got around, Steve. Time to make some quarter. Yeah, I didn't think there was any hotels hooked up here in Manila, but maybe there is somewhere in one of the terminals, but I've never seen them. Simfils, Lajowski, the best dating app is to go to the Ayala Mall and hang out. It's the truth. Wow, there's so many people here you can meet, man. It's so easy too. It just is. You can meet good women here. Don't go for I won't say low class. I'll just say poverty-stricken women. Don't go for that, because there's plenty of women here that have jobs and they're good people. I mean, my girlfriend here, she's a physical therapist and she's phenomenal. I mean, she loves working and stuff like that, and I'm not going to stop her from working. Find a girl that works. There's lawyers and doctors and nurses out there that you can date too. Don't think that it's hard. It's not. Stewardesses, for that matter. And I know a few people that are single that are out there looking. Avalon cranberry concentrated gummies taken regularly will help you within a week. Really works great. Best woman to meet are in person. Yes. Let's see. Michael L says, Ars Technica had an article about T-Mobile Force upgrading people's plans to higher priced ones. That's not cool if they do that, but AT&T used to do that to me too. So I still think T-Mobile's better, but it's kind of, and T-Mobile, like I said, you can contact people faster. AT&T will keep you on hold forever. Michael, the best dating app is the pharmacy. There you go. Actually, pharmacists are pretty cool too. Hector Gubat, which malls are better for wheelchair access? AL or SM? I don't, each one's different. It's kind of funny because most of these malls don't have really good wheelchair access, to be honest with you. Dean Tienta, keep in mind that the scammers go to the malls looking for sugar daddies too. Yeah, they do, but not as much. And what you do is you don't meet the girls walking in the mall. You meet the people that work there, That's the best way. Sinful says, Hector Goodbye, they are all handicap accessible. Yes, they are, but some are more so than others, I think. William, anyone use Google Fi? A lot of people use that. I use Magic app myself, but Google Fi is good for getting the codes, they say. Michael L. William, yes. ROV, good, decent Filipinos are always in stock here. You gotta be really careful. I would not, I would say that about 20 to 30% of the girls over here you got to be careful of, and I mean that. And then there's another percentage that you're just not going to get along with, but I would say 10, 20, 30%, depends on what area you're in too. In Manila you might run into more scammers, and out in the provinces you might too. Certain areas down in Mindanao and some of the other areas, there's some bad areas and there's good areas, and some places you might see 95% of the girls are decent there, and other areas maybe it's 50%. But again, you got personality flaws and personality issues and stuff like that too. So that kind of just like in the U.S., some girls you're not going to get along, and some you are, and we got that problem here too. And you got to be really careful. Everybody comes over here and thinks you're going to meet somebody in 2 weeks and you're going to get married the week after. And don't be that guy. Don't be that idiot. Because we got plenty of those guys over here already, and they fall into that trap, and then they wish that they never did it. Just don't. Let's see. Sinful's ROV, no out of stock pose. Lolo's log, I love Google Fi, works great here. Michael L says ROV, the only thing that is never out of stock, that and rice. There we go. ROV Sinful's he Oppo. Avalon, Steve, by any chance did you ever know if some friends I had in Chelsea way back, the Guillermo's Perez's or the Gonzaleses, I tried getting my dad in the VA, but very difficult until now. No, I knew a few people in Chelsea, but not a lot, because my father lived down there in the Chelsea Soldiers Home up on the hill. The Josh Key, is Wisecard easy to use for daily life as an alternative to a bank account? I've heard people using that card, but I remember somebody said that they liked it. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm just telling you what I heard. I'm not that familiar with it, but we did have a expat here a while back, and he swore by it. So that's all I can say. ROV Michael L agrees, sir. Lajoski, sorry for asking so many questions. No problem, man. This is what this channel's for. Asking questions. So we're glad to have you asking questions. Keeps us busy. That's what we want on here on Saturdays. Let's see. Pat Keen says, Steve, I have never been to the Philippines. What would the minimum amount of time to spend there on holiday? What would the minimum amount of time to spend there on holidays? There. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I can't tell you what to spend here for a minimum amount of time. I would spend the whole month here. To enjoy yourself here. The worst time to come here is really during the holidays. I got to be serious about that, because the best time to come here is like in January after the holidays. January, February, that's a dry season too. And Sinful says, Pat Keen, if you're able to use the full 30-day tourist visa, use it. Use it. You might as well. He says that will give you a decent amount of time to determine if you like it here. And sometimes 30 days is not enough time. And I would stay in a specific area to see if you can adjust over here, because adjusting over here is difficult in some areas, and move around a little bit, maybe like in an area around Manila. See if you like Manila or if you like outside of Manila. I tell people go outside of Manila. I like Cavite. I like Tracy Martirez. A lot of people that come here, they enjoy it here. It's a slow pace of living here. It's nice. Also out where Sinfuls lives too, it's nice. If you're more upscale, you want to have a nicer place. Out where Sinfuls is, it's beautiful. Let's see. Sinfuls says yes. If you come January through March is best, and I'd agree with that. Dean Tienter, isn't visitor's visa now 60 days? You know what? I keep hearing that, but I'm not sure if they did that yet, and I've not been able to verify that. I still keep hearing 30 days, 30 days, 30 days. I have not yet heard from anybody that got stamped for 60 days yet, so I'm not sure. And I'm going to be seeing some new people in the coming weeks here, and I'm going to ask them if they got stamped for 30 days or 60 days. So I will have an answer to that. Unless somebody else on here has that answer already, pop it up. That'd be interesting to find out. Optimus Prime, do you think it is worth owning a car if you want to live in a provincial city like Tagaytay? Yes, it probably is, because Tagaytay is a little bit different than most areas because their public transportation is pretty expensive over there for the tuk-tuks and stuff like that, and it's not readily available in some areas. And they don't have Grab; they have something else over there. Tagaytay has issues. It's a nice place to live, but it has its own issues. Okay, it has traffic there during busy tourist times, and it can get a lot of pollution up there, even though you're on top of a mountain. Sinful says, Dientianta not upon initial entry. RLV, just ask anything. We're here to help, especially to the newbies. Yeah, to you guys that are coming here and you want to stay here longer than 30 days because you get stamped 30 days, it's easy to just go to the BI and get it done there. But if you're too lazy to do that and then you want to leave, that's up to you. But you can stay. You can stay 36 months. You know, Hector Gabat, I believe that tonight is due to my job while in the Air Force. Is it worth applying for VA even though it's only for 10% or so? Yes, sure. If you get tinnitus from on the job in the Air Force, hell yeah, put in for it. It's one of the easier ones to get, and you probably almost about 80% probably get approved on that too. So I would say that's just a gimme 10%. Put in for it. Can't hurt you. Sinful's Optimus Prime, I personally couldn't do without my own vehicles. See, that's where Sinfuls and I are different. I'm actually probably thinking about getting a vehicle at some point over here, but I'm not sure yet. Lynn says, Optimus, yes, then renting. Avalon, slow and easy is the way to go. After a month or two, you will see them a little better. Your channel is the go-to with 1,400 videos, all helpful and informative, covering all subjects, summer, fairs, Christmas, and Christmas high. Thanks, Avalon. Yeah, we're up to about 1,400 videos now, and I find it kind of hard to believe because I don't, it doesn't seem like I did 1,400 videos, but we've been doing this for a while, and I actually kind of enjoy it. Brian Grady says, I can't wait to get there and start my new life chapter. Let's see, Michael L. says, is it still 30 days as of Labor Day? I think it is. I'm not sure if they switched to the 60 yet. Avalon says, I love Alabang. That's actually one of my favorite towns too, Avalon. Joseph Kumnick, still 30 days. Okay, so that's interesting. That's what I thought. John Fetchko says, January, February, best weather. March also. Only rain twice for a minute or two. Sinful says, 59 days visitors are permitted to stay for maximum of 59 days per visa, meaning if you have a multiple entry visa, you will need to exit and re-enter the Philippines within 59 days in the country. Okay. John Bergeron, I have found that SNR have the best beef and pork here. Every other place I go to, the meat is tough. I don't know if I'd say that. I'd say Walter Mart has pretty good beef. Pretty good everything there, actually. I've had luck with Walter Mart. SM, I do not like their meat. Sinfuls might be 59 days now as of October 2nd. Okay. All right, that's good to know. So maybe it just got changed then. Sinfuls, Philippines visa on arrival. The visa policy of the Philippines allows eligible citizens to obtain a visa on arrival if they are entering the country for tourism purposes only, a stay for up to 59 days. But then, like I said, you can go to the BI and you can stay longer. That's why you have a throwaway ticket, Wandering Wolf, round trip to Las Vegas to Manila is $1,300. Las Vegas to Mexico City is $260. Maybe I'll just go to Mexico City. Tom BKK, Steve, any predictions on the economy over the next 2 years? Yeah, I can pretty much predict that. The economy over here is getting more expensive. Everything is getting more expensive. Rents are going up. Food's going up. Public transportation will probably go up. Gas prices are going up. And I'm sure they're going to go a lot higher with all this stuff going on in the world. I think if we go to war, I think we're going to start seeing some serious problems in the world with the current population that we have compared to World War II. I think we got some rough times coming ahead of us in the coming years, and I would tell people to have some extra food aside for at least a month or two's worth of food, just in case there's food shortages or anything. I'm a person that likes to have a lot of extra stuff around the house. extra toilet paper, extra paper products, stuff like that. I like having cabinets loaded up and stuff like that, and have extra money around too, because you're probably going to need that also. Prairie Mock, first visit Cebu Pharmacy, asked me for my name, address, and phone number. Why the question? She looked back to her helpers and asked if anyone wanted to meet a foreigner. 5 girls raised their hands. There you go. See? Brian Grady, do I need a converter for the plane ride to charge my phone and headphones? You don't need a converter for that, especially if you're just using your USB. USBs are the same everywhere. Avalon, I heard 59 days. Always ask for free extra pages when you renew your passport. Yes, I agree with that. The wait for renewal is getting better. A small utility truck is ideal for parking in mud. I want to get one of those little, I think they're Suzuki vans. I'm looking into those with it has AC. I'd want it all fixed up and rigged up nice though. They're cheap. You can get them for less than 10,000 brand new. Michael L says, I was there last September and I was issued 30-day stamp. I think like Sinful said though, it's October 2nd they changed it. But we'll see. I'll find out more. Sinful says, Brian Grady, no, your phones and those devices are generally internationally designed. Jacko says, can a vet be seen at a VA for anything if the vet is 100% PNT? No, it's still service connected. We've had people come over here and they think because they're 100% that back home they get treated for everything. Over here they will too. That's not true. Lynn says, Brian, sure you can bring just to make sure. JB, hi Steve, Annie here. Nice to you. Doing great. Let's see. How you doing, Annie? Good to see you on here tonight. Wandering Wolf, if you had to bail on the PH, what is your second country of choice? Mexico? No. If I had to leave the Philippines for any reason, I would go to Belize, for sure. That'd be my second choice. Even before I'd go back to the U.S. probably. Michael L. Wandering Wolf, Singapore. Lajoshki, I hope that the Philippines is not going the same way as Thailand regarding new tax rules for expats. No, I don't think so. Wandering Wolf, Michael L. Singapore is very expensive. It is. Prairie Mark says, yes, at the pharmacy my wife was getting a loaf of bread and she came running. What is going on here? You're going to get in trouble there, Mark. Dean Tienter, Suzuki carry are a good economic choice. Yes, they are. And they're a nice little van. And you can get it fixed up and all tricked out and stuff like that, which is nice. And they have the AC. The AC is the key. Michael L. says, it is. Para work is available and it's the cleanest city in the world, and we Americans are still seen as exotic. Avalon, with today's problems, I recommend as much cash as you can, silver and gold, 8 in case of ATM hacking and bank runs. Jacko says, thanks for clarifying my 100% PT question. No problem, man. Abuser, Singapore is crazy expensive. Yes. Avalon asked me, is Guam safe? Guam has its issues. They have poverty there too. There are bad sections with some of the cheaper places there, but it's expensive there. There's a lot of Filipinos there too, but there are a lot of issues there. I've heard that from many people. Brian Grady, okay, I will be able to charge on the plane. Yes. Abuser says, I'd go to Batam. K9 Companion, hello all. How you doing, K9 Companion? Long time no see. Let's see here. Michael L. says, Mazda for the win. Sinful's Avalon issue. Is the U.S. bases there a big target for China? Yes. Yes. It is one of the problems. Prairie Mark, how expensive is Guam? It's expensive. Very expensive. More expensive than the Philippines for sure. Rents are expensive. They're U.S. prices or higher. I mean, you can live in bad sections there and live cheap, but who wants to live in those sections? I wouldn't want to. Because there is some bad sections of Guam. Let's see. Michael L. says, Guam is way more expensive than SG. Yes, it is. Hector Goodbye, what's the price for ribeye steak dinner at Texas Roadhouse? I'm not sure. It's just like about 2,000 or more, 2,000 pesos. I don't really pay attention when I order because we get 30%, 20 to 30% off anyway. If you go to our dinners, we get 20 to 30% off. Let's see. John Bergeron, Singapore is about the same prices as the U.S. Yes, that's true. Hector Schwartz, USA since 2020 is running 200% inflation. That's crazy. Smaller packing, high prices, rice is life. We're up to about 70 minutes, guys, and we're at the end of the string here. So I'm going to call it a night tonight because I said I'd end at about 70 minutes. Usually we do 90 minutes, but I'm going to end it early tonight because I'm kind of tired. We will probably be on here next week. If I'm not on here next week, we'll be on the week after. Planning on being on here next week. I'm going to try to get on here as much as I can. Before I was skipping like a week or so every so often because of different issues going on. Most of those issues have been cleared up, so we should be able to be on here more often now. But if I'm not on here, it's because I went away somewhere or something. But anyway, guys, God bless. And thank you to the two moderators, to Sinfuls and to Michael. I want to, you guys are appreciated for all you guys do. And I want to thank everybody for joining us. And God bless, guys. Take care, and we'll see you probably next Saturday, or you'll probably see me in a video tomorrow, maybe. God bless, guys. Take care.